Hello, ATB Tarot. Aries, the universe is aligning in a profound and powerful way for you this week, creating a crossroads where destiny itself seems to pause and wait for your decision. The spirits are whispering of a pivotal shift, not merely a change in circumstances, but a deep, karmic realignment of your very soul's path. You are standing at a spiritual junction, a sacred intersection where the fabric of your reality is being rewoven by forces greater than yourself. A sudden and illuminating emotional revelation is destined to pierce through the veil of your everyday awareness, arriving not with a shout but with a quiet, undeniable clarity that rearranges the furniture of your heart. Alongside this inner awakening, a subtle financial miracle is unfolding, a gentle, almost imperceptible shift in your material world that will in time reveal itself as a small but significant blessing, a testament to the universe's support. Furthermore, a warning will manifest within the very walls of your home, a sign so personal and resonant that you will find it impossible to disregard. It is a message from the spiritual realm meant solely for your eyes and ears. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is presenting you with two distinct doorways. One leads to a path you have perhaps grown accustomed to, while the other opens onto an uncharted, yet more authentic future. The choice of which door to open and which to close forever is a sacred responsibility placed upon your shoulders. This is not a test, but a profound invitation to co-create your destiny. Prepare your spirit, Aries, for a significant event is on the horizon, an occurrence that will mark a clear before and after in your life's narrative. The spiritual sequence for this time is one of simultaneous breakdown and rebirth, something that has outlived its purpose, perhaps a belief, a habit, or an attachment, is destined to shatter, making space for something new and vibrant to be born from the fragments. This carries an energy of luck that permeates not only your finances, but also the very core of your romantic life, infusing it with new potential. I am receiving clear spiritual alerts that must be heeded. The first speaks of an abrupt interruption, something in your flow, a phone call, a conversation, an energy, even a light, will be unexpectedly cut short. Do not dismiss this as mere coincidence, for it is a deliberate act of divine intervention. The universe is subtly yet forcefully steering you away from a path that would lead to difficulty, altering your course in a matter of seconds to protect your higher good. The guides also announce a warning concerning someone who lies with a smile upon their face. This is not an open enemy or a rival. It is a person you trust, someone close to you who is concealing a piece of important information. This revelation is connected to the number 6, suggesting it could manifest within 6 days, on a Friday, or around 6 in the evening, a moment of twilight when truths often emerge from the shadows. I also perceive two distinct spiritual signs that will manifest within your home environment. You may begin to hear a repetitive, unexplained noise emanating from the same location, a persistent tapping or knocking that defies logical explanation. Alternatively, you might experience a sudden and localized change in temperature, an inexplicable chill, or a wave of warmth passing through a room. This is the energy of a deceased ancestor, a guiding spirit from your lineage attempting to communicate with you, to offer comfort or a crucial piece of guidance from beyond the veil. In matters of love, for those of you who are single, something entirely different is approaching. A new person is entering your orbit, someone who does not fit the pattern of your past relationships. This individual does not speak in the ways you are accustomed to hearing, nor do they act according to your established emotional patterns. This person arrives with a specific spiritual purpose, to shatter a cycle of emotional repetition you have been trapped within. They are a catalyst sent to pull you out of your emotional routine and introduce a new frequency of connection. There is another truth here. I see a hidden admirer, someone you would never suspect harbors deep feelings for you. This person will unintentionally let their emotions slip, revealing what they feel in a moment of unguarded vulnerability, not wanting to confess but ultimately confessing everything through their actions or a slip of the tongue. For those who are married or in a committed relationship, I see a long unresolved conflict rising to the surface. However, this time its emergence is not meant to wound. It arrives for the purpose of clarification. A conversation this week will be marked by a surprising maturity between you and your partner, a dialogue that, while potentially difficult, is profoundly necessary. This heart to heart will open an entirely new chapter in your relationship, one filled with surprises and a newfound lightness. It seems you have both been aware of this unspoken issue, a weight that neither of you wanted to address, but which has been growing heavier with time. The act of finally speaking it aloud will bring an immense sense of relief as you both realize it was something that needed to be said long ago, and that it is, in the grand scheme, not as monumental as the silence made it seem. For those who are divorced, you are on the verge of discovering a piece of information. This revelation has nothing to do with the legalities of your separation, nor with rekindled old sentiments. Instead, it will show you a side of your former partner that you never perceived during your time together. This new understanding will allow you to close that chapter of your life with a powerful, definitive finality. This is the true end, the severing of the energetic cord that still connected you to someone from your past. There is no lingering sentiment or betrayal involved. It is simply a new perspective that, once seen, makes you realize with absolute clarity that your paths were always meant to diverge. I do not see this as a negative event, but rather as a tremendous spiritual liberation, a release that frees your heart to fully embrace its present and future. For those who are widowed, the spirit of your departed beloved is actively working to protect you this week, not from spiritual energies, but from the negative intentions of a living person. You may experience repetitive dreams, a distinct sensation of a comforting hand on your shoulder, or sudden, unexplained changes in your environment, like a still room growing warm. These are clear signs of interference from the spiritual plane, where your loved one is acting as your guardian, defending you from the harm that could come from someone who is physically present. For those wondering about an ex partner, the spirits have a specific message. This particular ex is of a different kind. Their reappearance in your energetic field is not motivated by nostalgia or genuine longing. It is driven by curiosity, a wounded ego, and a sense of possession. They do not truly desire you back. They want to know if someone else has you. The strangest part of this is that they think of you in their quiet moments, particularly as they try to fall asleep, and these thoughts are accompanied by a heavy feeling of guilt. This negative energy they are generating does not affect you, but boomerangs back onto them, manifesting as sudden irritability or bouts of unexplained and empty longing. Let us now turn our gaze to matters of money and work. For those who are employed, there is a strange and subtle movement occurring in your workplace. Someone you had previously judged as neutral or indifferent towards you will begin to observe you with a new, keen interest. I also see another individual who is starting to feel threatened by your presence or your capabilities, sparking a very quiet, unspoken competition. Amidst this, a new name will emerge in your professional life. This person from within your own workplace will open a door of opportunity for you, acting as an unexpected ally or mentor. For those seeking employment, I see an opportunity arising, but not in the field or area you had anticipated. It appears as an alternative, a path you may not have considered. Yet this new and different avenue is precisely what will unlock your financial stagnation. An invitation or an indication will come your way. Something that begins on a small scale has the potential to grow into something significant. The key lesson here is that you must be willing to accept what is different, for it is through embracing the unconventional that true abundance will flow into your life. For the autonomous workers and the entrepreneurs, the spiritual forecast is entirely distinct. The guidance here is clear. You will lose something small in order to gain something of immense value. It is a slight, temporary dip or setback which will be swiftly followed by a major opening or breakthrough. In the world of spirit, this is known as an energy exchange, a sacred transaction, where you release what is no longer serving your highest purpose to make space for a greater blessing. This shift will manifest as a new client, an innovative project, or a fresh stream of income that aligns more perfectly with your soul's mission. ATB Tarot invites you to join the WhatsApp link in the video description to learn about all my services. It is much more than just a card reading. You will have an encounter with your spirit guide, a numerological analysis, and your birth chart. Come check out my services. I look forward to seeing you there. See you soon.